In March 1937, a physicist named Ettore Majorana boarded a steamer ship from Naples to Palermo and simply ceased to exist. He left his passport, his money, and a legacy that Enrico Fermi claimed surpassed the combined genius of Newton and Galileo. Majorana did not just disappear into the sea, he disappeared into the very mathematics of the universe itself. For nearly a century, the world believed his final discovery was a mathematical impossibility, a particle that acts as its own antiparticle. Science tells us that when matter meets antimatter, they annihilate in a flash of pure, violent energy. But Majorana's ghost suggested a third option, a particle that is both its own mirror image and its own shadow. For 89 years, this remained a theoretical nightmare, a phantom floating in the equations of the quantum world, until a few months ago in a silent, high-security laboratory in Lyngby, Denmark. While the world was distracted by the triviality of social media and global politics, the fabric of reality was quietly torn open. Deep inside a specialized cooling chamber shielded from the vibrations of the Earth, something impossible began to breathe. Microsoft's lead researchers observed a signal that should not exist, a quiet anomaly that confirms the ghost has been caught. They have successfully trapped the Majorana particle inside a new state of matter called a topoconductor. This isn't just a faster computer. It is the beginning of the end for every digital secret on the planet. If you're new to Axiom Horizon, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We cover the reality-altering breakthroughs that most channels won't touch until it is far too late. To understand why this discovery is causing a silent panic in the halls of global intelligence, we must first look at the foundation. Standard quantum computers from giants like Google and IBM are incredibly fast, but they are also incredibly fragile. They use something called transmon qubits, which are essentially tiny loops of superconducting wire. These qubits are so sensitive that a single stray photon or a microscopic change in temperature can ruin an entire calculation. Think of it like trying to build a house of cards in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane. You might get lucky for a second, but the physical environment will always win in the end. Microsoft took a different path, investing billions into a secret facility specializing in atom-by-atom fabrication. They didn't want to fight the noise of the universe. They wanted to engineer a particle that was physically immune to it. By using specialized nanowires, they created an environment where Majorana's zero modes could finally manifest. This is the birth of the topological qubit, a processing unit protected by the very geometry of space-time. In early 2026, the team at the Lyngby facility made a radical pivot that changed everything. They moved away from standard aluminum components and replaced the core of their chip with lead. This led to the creation of the Majorana 2 chip, a device that defies every existing roadmap for quantum development. By using lead-based superconductors, they achieved a 1,000-fold jump in qubit stability compared to any other system on Earth. While Google's qubits survive for mere microseconds, Microsoft's Majorana particles can hold their state for up to 60 seconds. In the world of quantum mechanics, 60 seconds is an eternity. It is the difference between a spark and a sun. This stability is not just a technical win, it is a signal that the countdown to Q-Day has been moved forward. Q-Day is the moment a quantum computer becomes powerful enough to break every form of encryption we currently use. Your bank records, your private emails, and the launch codes for every nuclear silo are all at risk. For years, we believed we had until the mid-2030s to prepare for this existential threat. But the Majorana 2 breakthrough has shattered that timeline, placing the threshold as early as 2028. There is a chilling strategy currently being deployed by nation-state actors known as Harvest Now, Decrypt Later. Intelligence agencies in China and Russia are currently intercepting and storing massive amounts of encrypted Western data. They cannot read it today, but they are betting everything that they will be able to read it tomorrow. Every secret you have ever sent over a digital network is currently sitting in a foreign server, waiting for the ghost to wake up. Microsoft's Discovery AI, an agentic platform, actually accelerated this process by decades. It ran billions of atomic simulations to find the precise alignment required to stabilize the Majorana particle. What humans would have spent lifetimes searching for, the AI found in a matter of months. We are no longer looking at a gradual evolution of technology. We are witnessing a sudden vertical leap. This isn't a metaphor or a lab trick. It is a verified shift in the power dynamic of our civilization. The Majorana particle is no longer a ghost. It is a tool, and it is currently being sharpened. But as Microsoft prepares to scale this to 1 million qubits, a darker question begins to emerge. If we have built a machine that can see through every digital wall, who is actually in control of the view? The lead-based shield of the Majorana 2 chip is more than just a heatsink. It is a physical barrier against the chaos of our world. Yet, as we peer into the heart of the topoconductor, we realize that the particle we've trapped might be staring back. We are moving toward a reality where the very concept of a secret will become a relic of the past. This is the quiet anomaly that started in a small lab in Denmark and is now spreading across the globe. The hunt for Ettore Majorana ended not with a man, but with a machine that threatens to undo everything we know about security. We are standing on the edge of the quantum cliff, and the ground is already beginning to give way. Microsoft's Majorana 2 is not just a chip. It is the key to a door we were never meant to open. And as the AI continues to optimize the atomic structures of these lead-based processors, the door is swinging wide. What happens when the first truly fault-tolerant computer comes online years ahead of schedule? The answer lies in the very nature of how these particles are moved and manipulated within the nanowires. Because the most terrifying part of this breakthrough isn't what the computer can do, but how it does it. To understand the gravity of this moment, we have to look at the invisible architecture of the Majorana 2 chip. Traditional qubits from tech giants like Google and IBM are delicate loops of superconducting metal. These systems are so incredibly fragile that even the heat from a single stray photon can collapse their quantum state. This phenomenon is known as decoherence, and it is the wall the entire industry has been hitting. Microsoft decided to stop trying to protect the qubit from its environment. Instead, they decided to change the fundamental physics of the qubit itself by engineering a particle that acts as its own antiparticle. They turned to an agentic AI platform called Microsoft Discovery. This isn't just a basic chatbot. It is a specialized scientific engine capable of simulating billions of atomic arrangements in a matter of seconds. For years, human scientists struggled to find the perfect material to host the elusive Majorana particle. The AI found the answer by suggesting a radical pivot, swapping out traditional aluminum for the element lead. This single material shift, perfected through those billions of simulated trials, created something called a topoconductor. This is a brand new state of matter that provides a physical shield for the information being processed. Think of a traditional qubit, like a glass vase sitting on a vibrating table. If the table shakes even slightly, the vase shatters and the precious quantum data is lost forever. A topological qubit is fundamentally different. It is more like a complex knot tied into a heavy piece of rope. No matter how much you shake that rope or turn up the ambient heat, the knot remains a knot. The information is woven into the very structure of the material, making it physically robust. This is why the Majorana 2 chip is a world ender for the status quo. In early 2026, Microsoft announced that this design achieved a 1,000-fold jump in qubit stability. While Google's qubits survive for mere microseconds, Microsoft's topological qubits can maintain their state for up to 60 seconds. In the quantum world, that duration is considered an absolute eternity. If you are finding this shift in reality as chilling as I am, make sure to join our community and hit that notification bell. We dive into the breakthroughs that most channels won't touch. With this massive jump in coherence, Microsoft isn't just building a faster computer. They are building a computer that is physically immune to the noise that destroys standard calculations. Most quantum systems need 1,000 physical qubits just to correct the errors of one single logical qubit. Microsoft's topological design bypasses that massive hardware overhead almost entirely. This efficiency is what finally allows them to scale. They aren't just aiming for a few hundred qubits. They are carving a direct path toward putting 1,000,000 qubits on one single chip. This secret work is being finalized in an expanded high-security facility located in Lyngby, Denmark. It has recently become the largest and most advanced quantum laboratory on the planet. Engineers there are performing what they call atom-by-atom fabrication. They are literally building the future one lead atom at a time to ensure the Majorana zero modes stay locked in their proper place. The energy barrier protecting these particles from thermal noise is now significantly wider. It means the system can operate at slightly higher temperatures without losing its logical mind or crashing. But the AI's involvement is what truly accelerated the global timeline. Discovery AI condensed 40 years of human material science into less than 2 years of automated research. It identified the precise atomic alignment needed for the topoconductor to function correctly. Without that AI agent, we would likely still be decades away from this exact moment in history. Critics in the scientific community are still expressing significant hesitation. They argue that the holy grail of quantum physics, known as non-abelian braiding, hasn't been fully verified by an outside lab. Braiding is how you actually move these particles around each other to perform a calculation. It is like a complex three-dimensional dance that happens at the ends of specialized nanowires. Microsoft claims they have already achieved this feat behind closed doors. If they are right, the barrier between theoretical math and global dominion has officially dissolved before our eyes. This isn't just about winning a corporate tech race between giants. It is about the fact that this specific type of computer is uniquely suited for one thing: breaking modern encryption. Because topological qubits are so stable, they can run the complex algorithms required to tear through current security standards in minutes. Every other company is essentially playing with toys. Microsoft has built a skeleton key for the entire digital world. The implications of this jump in stability are reaching far beyond the walls of any research lab. Intelligence agencies across the globe have just realized their clocks are ticking much faster than anticipated. The lead-based shield isn't just protecting qubits from heat. It is effectively a countdown timer for every secret stored on the internet today. If the 2029 target for a commercial machine holds, we are less than 3 years away from total transparency. But the most disturbing part of this story isn't the future. It is the fact that the theft of our collective secrets has already begun in the shadows. Every encrypted email and bank record ever sent is being hoovered up by state actors right now. They are just waiting for the Majorana 2's successors to finally turn on the lights. The 1,000-fold stability jump wasn't just a technical achievement. It was the moment the harvest now, decrypt later strategy became a guaranteed victory for those with the hardware. As the AI continues to optimize the nanowire structures in Lyngby, the window for defense is closing. We are witnessing the birth of a machine that treats our most secure firewalls like paper. The transition to a new kind of cryptography is now a desperate race against a particle that technically shouldn't exist. These ghost particles are beginning to dance in their lead-lined cradles. As they move, the era of digital privacy is entering its final hours. The quantum shadows are lengthening, and the world's encrypted history is about to be laid bare. This isn't just a future vulnerability. It is a retroactive catastrophe that has already begun. In silent server farms globally, encrypted data is being intercepted in a practice known as harvest now, decrypt later. Every sensitive email, every medical record, and every military blueprint you've ever sent is sitting in a digital vault. Nation-state actors are waiting for the first light of a topological quantum processor to reveal your history. The 2026 Majorana breakthrough has turned this waiting game into a frantic, high-stakes sprint. While previous estimates placed the arrival of a cryptographically relevant quantum computer in the 2030s, Microsoft has just slashed that timeline. With the successful deployment of the Majorana 2 chip, the target for a fault-tolerant system has shifted to 2029. That gives us less than 3 years to rebuild the foundation of digital security before Q-Day arrives. If you find these glimpses into the future of technology fascinating, you need to subscribe to Axiom Horizon right now. We dive into the breakthroughs that traditional media ignores, ensuring you're prepared for the upcoming shift. The scale of this transformation is being orchestrated within the expanded walls of Station Q and the massive Lyngby facility in Denmark. Here, engineers are performing atom-by-atom fabrication to house the Majorana 2 chip. The shift from aluminum to lead-based superconductors was the catalyst that changed everything for the team. By using lead, Microsoft's scientists achieved a 1,000-fold jump in qubit stability, creating an energy barrier that protects these fragile particles. This isn't just a slight improvement in hardware, it's the discovery of a new state of matter. These topoconductors allow for qubits that are physically immune to the errors that have plagued Google and IBM for decades. Standard qubits are like spinning plates on needles, falling over if the room gets too warm. Microsoft's topological qubits are more like knots tied in a rope. You can't simply unknot them with vibration or heat. Because these Majorana zero modes are topologically protected, they can hold their state for up to 60 seconds. In the world of quantum mechanics, a minute of stability is an eternity, allowing for massive, reliable scalability. But as the technical hurdles fall, the existential wall rises. The United States government and NIST have scrambled to finalize new post-quantum cryptography standards like FIPS 203 and 205 to defend our digital lives. These standards, including FIPS 204, are specifically designed to resist the raw power of quantum factorization. However, integrating these complex mathematical shields into global infrastructure is a task that traditionally takes well over a decade. The mandate was originally set for 2035, a date that now feels dangerously optimistic and out of reach. If the 2029 target holds, every piece of data currently protected by RSA encryption is effectively already compromised. We are witnessing the birth of a glass world where the secrets of the past century will be readable like an open book. From private medical records to national defense, the walls of privacy are dissolving. AI is the bridge between human theory and physical reality. It identified the lead configuration for the topological gap, a feat that would have required lifetimes of manual experimentation and millions of human errors. Some critics argue that these 1,000-fold claims are mere marketing, waiting for independent labs to verify the movement of these ghost particles. Yet the physical transition to lead-based shielding suggests a terrifying level of engineering confidence. If the non-abelian braiding of these particles is fully validated, the global race is over. We will have moved past the era of digital noise and into an age of absolute mathematical precision and total dominance. The universe, it seems, has always hidden its most powerful secrets in the smallest gaps between existence and non-existence. The Majorana particle is a mirror reflecting our desire to master the fundamental building blocks. As we stand on the precipice of Q-Day, We are forced to ask what it means to be a civilization without secrets. Perhaps this transition is not just a technological hurdle, but a necessary evolution for humanity. The quantum age does not wait for those who are unready. It moves with the silent, haunting speed of a particle that is its own shadow, rewriting the rules while we are still learning the board. Thank you for joining Axiom Horizon on this profound journey through the unknown. The future is arriving faster than predicted, and we will document every single reality-altering step taken by our species. Explore more mysteries by liking this video and sharing it. Subscribe to Axiom Horizon and hit the bell to stay ahead of the quantum curve and never miss a deep dive into the unknown.